Baby, only God.
Whether it's a rustic lunch of crusty bread, goat cheese and fruit, or a 7-course meal prepared by chef, the need for a bread basket is always welcoming. Hello guys, you're welcome to another edition of Food Placement, and thank you for subscribing and liking the previous editions. On this edition, knowing your bread basket and how it is served as extra bites before, during and after your meal. It is always a pleasure to see a complimentary bread basket on a visit to a fine dining restaurant, also in an airplane full with flight attendants, which is tradition to serve this stretchy, warm, savory, yeasty, sweet or crispy mixed delight are delightful to munch on before the actual meal arrives on the table. Many popular airlines, hotels or even restaurants serve a complimentary bread basket which contains different looking and tasting bread served along with flavored butter and olive oil. It is essential for waiters, cabin crew or flight attendants, so to say, to know what type of bread goes into the bread basket and how different they are from each other. For instance, you don't want to serve the garlic bread alongside the baguette or even the commonly known assorted bread known by the layman. Have you ever wondered why the complimentary bread basket? The practice of airline catering departments, restaurants and hotels serving the complimentary bread basket has been known since a long time. Fly with me as there are numerous reasons and theories behind the gesture of serving from the bread basket. Serving from the bread basket, it is a way to keep the passengers or guests busy while waiting for their food. It helps them stay patient and not bored. Scientifically, breads can actually make you hungrier. These breads are full of carbohydrates that triggers insulin, making the guests hungrier than they were before. It also helps anticipate customer order. It affects psychologically too. It triggers a subconscious feeling of returning the favor, which influences the spending ability of the customer, including tips to the attendants. Lastly, it shows signs of hospitality. It is a gesture to keep the guests happy right from the beginning. Here is a list of the types of bread that are commonly used in the bread basket. 1. Baguette. It is an elongated tiny loaf of bread that is made from basic dough. It has a crispy crust and a distinguishable length. It teams well with butter or flavored olive oil. It is taken as appetizer or with the main course. 2. Bagel. This bread is known to be originated from the Jewish communities of Poland. It is a ring-shaped bread made by hand with yeasted wheat dough that is first boiled for a short time in water and then baked. It is browner, chewy, dense and doughy, with a crispy exterior. It is often topped with seeds baked on the outer crust, with the traditional ones being popped or sesame seeds. Some may have salt sprinkled in their surface, and there are different dough types such as whole grain or rye, eaten roasted or unroasted. It serves as an extra bite, served with smoked salmon or sometimes cream cheese. Brioche. Originating from France, it is high butter and egg content give it a tender crumb. It is puffy, dark, golden, brown and has a flaky crust. It is made with flour, eggs, water, butter and milk. The quantities of butter and egg in brioche are multiples of the quantities in other breads. The ingredients are expensive, so the bread is expensive. Served as breakfast, dessert, or extra bite, cooked with fruit or chocolate chips and served on its own. 4. Crostino. Crostinos are Italian appetizers or starters that are cut into small pieces and eaten either grilled or toasted. These breads generally make a part of bread baskets on a larger scale and are typically smaller than a normal dish to be eaten by hand. Along with bruschetta, crostini are thought to originated in the medieval times when it was typically for peasants to eat their meals on slices of bread instead of using ceramics. 5. Garlic bread, also called garlic toast. This bread consists of bread, usually a baguette or sourdough, like a ciabatta, topped with garlic and olive oil or butter, and may include additional herbs like oregano or chives. This type of bread is distinct from every kind of bread because of its grilled or boiled conventional preparation with the garlic. It should be served separately from the bread basket and could be served cold, warm, or hot. Also served as entree or side dish. 6. Focaccia. It is a flat, oven-baked Italian bread and is quite similar to that of pizza bread. It can be seasoned with olive oil, salt, herbs, or cheese on top. This bread can be used as a side to many meals or as sandwich bread. It is served as an antipasto, appetizer, table bread, or as an extra bite snack. 7. Poisson. A lot of attendants mispronounce the French buttery, flaky, and crescent-shaped bread, poisson, as croissant or croissant. It is one of the most commonly used bread in the bread basket. The dough is laid with butter, rolled and folded several times in succession and then baked to acquire those layers in technique called laminating. The process results in a layered, flaky texture similar to a puffy pastry. This is served as breakfast in many European countries. 8. Muffins. The question is, why do you think cakes and muffins are the same? Well, both products are baked. The difference between cakes and muffins is that a muffin is a form of bread, whereas a cake, which is much sweeter, is not. Cakes are the favorite dessert choice, while muffins are served for breakfast. Cakes usually have frosting on them, while muffins are never frosted. Muffins are delicious if served warm and reheated for 15 to 20 seconds, depending on how frozen it was. Want to learn basic way of baking bread at home? Kindly see the short clip.
This is my homemade recipe for bread. It's just a way to make bread at home. It's very easy and can be made by anyone. Milk, sugar, to the yeast, egg, 1 egg. Now I'm going to add some butter, some salt, mix everything together. Yeah. Now I'm going to add some flour to the mixture. Wow, my dough is set. See, I've rolled my dough. I'm trying to cut it into small portions. My dough is risen, so now I'm going to glaze the bread with milk and egg so that it will have this golden color. In the oven, so I'll leave it in the oven for 18 minutes. See this? Oh my gosh, I'm blushing. My bread is still forming.
Thank you.
I'm sweet.
Just to learn the basic technique. Remember, all these breads are great appetizer, entree, or as an extra bite, and can be experimented with varieties of seasoning and toppings. They can be enjoyed while you sip a cup of tea or coffee, or as evening snacks too. Now you know why it is important to know why restaurants, hotels, and airlines love to serve bread baskets to their customers and the different types of bread they contain. Thank you. Hope you join my next edition. See you.